I didn't even get one word out. I heard this song on Triple J here in Australia last week and my ears pricked up immediately. I had to find out who and what it was. After a couple more listens, I was addicted and I had to figure it out. Now, if you just want to know how to play it, skip ahead to where I break it down. But if you've got a couple of minutes up your sleeve, let me fill you in on the 6 reasons I love this song. Number 1, insane vocal performance. Now, I wasn't aware of Jack Garratt. I didn't know who he was. But this guy has incredible control, technique, tone, range. Awesome, funky phrasing. I love the way he starts the second verse. Listen to this. I'll sit back helplessly and watch the world descend. And of course, that chorus. Number 2, the production is sensational. The mix, the sounds, the vocals, the immenseness of that chorus. There's so much space for everything. Have a listen. It sounds huge. But we can still make out every word. We can hear the detail in Jack's piano part and that crunchy guitar. Number 3, the arrangement. You know, sometimes I think arranging might be as big a creative endeavour as writing the song in the first place. The moments that jump out at me here are the syncopation of that verse riff. The guitar is simply playing the root notes of the chords, but he plays the G note like da-da, da-da-da, da-da, and then the F is like da-da, dun, da-da, dun. So it's still a simple little pattern, but it's clever. The offbeat chord stabs that begin the chorus. That is incredibly clever. Like it wasn't a hooky enough line already. Jack, you devil. The way the song continually develops, growing in complexity. Little surprises just keep popping up. Like that ever-evolving verse riff. The first time it goes... The second time it goes... The third time it goes... into that whole section. And the fourth time it's like... Every time it's a little bit different. Same 3 chords, just keep stepping it up. The stone cold freak out in the middle of the second verse. I love that. The timing. The song is ostensibly in 4/4, like the verses and the choruses are all 4/4. But there are 5 parts of the song where the timing is interesting. So firstly, in the chorus, the pattern is basically 4 chords over 4 bars. But we get to the 3rd bar and the G minor chord only stays for 2 beats before we move to the F chord. If I could take something to make me feel better than I feel now. So we've still got 4 bars, but we've got 4 beats for the first chord, 4 beats for the second chord, 2 beats for the third chord, 6 beats for the fourth chord. So it's just that little bit different. The guitar in that liltingly melodic psychedelic breakdown section, it sounds like it crosses the bar, but the vocals are clearly in 4/4. So the guitar is like 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And that leads into like an extremely misleading bar of 2/4. Yeah, 1 and 2, and wait for everything. Then there's a 4/4 bar of vocals. Jack hits that ridiculous high D note so beautifully, and then goes into this riff, which is again 4/4, but sounds not. 2, 3, 4, 1. Back into the song. So I mean, you can count 4 through that, but because the chords start on beat 2 and change on that, the halfway between beats, really weird little passage. And then, again, timing-wise, the outro is based on a 5-bar cycle, so that's weird as well, but I'll get to that momentarily. Reason number 4. Jack's dancing in the clip. This is my first time experiencing Jack Garratt, and the whole clip is brilliant, but Jack is just instantly likable. He's engaging, he's charismatic, he's hilarious. Really good, great clip. 5, simplicity versus complexity. Anyone that's been watching my channel for any amount of time knows I love simplicity in rock music. Those clever riffs that are so simple everyone else would overlook them. From a simplistic point of view, this song it's mostly 4/4. It's poppy and catchy and easy to get into. And its basic form is diatonic. So its verses and choruses, like the verses is G minor, F, C minor and G minor. So that's in the key of B flat, and it's a 6-5-2-6. So not straying away from the diatonic formula there. And then the chorus starts on an E flat to a B flat, so it's a 4-1-6-5. So the basic, the crux, the hooky parts of the song, it's all very simple. It's 4/4, it's diatonic. But the complexity, this song has different progressions for the verse, the chorus, the bridge, the breakdown, the outro. All completely different parts. I mean, how many songs even do that now? Every big hit just has one chord progression these days. All the big hitters like Bieber, Sheeran, Drake, Pharrell, Dua Lipa, Post Malone, the Kid Leroy. So when I hear a song generously dispensing riffs and chord changes like this, can't resist. Got to get some of that. More complexity. So already discussed the syncopation of the main verse riffs. That quicker change from the G minor to the F. That second verse freak out. That key agnostic, 5s groupings, insane riffery. I love that. That was probably my favourite bit of the song's arrangement. That really turned my head when I first heard it. So that bit is like, in the verse, normally it's a C minor, but all of a sudden this time, the riff, instead of sitting on the root note, goes down to an E, which is the major 3rd in C, so already we've stepped away from the diatonic simplicity of the rest of the song. So the guitar riff, 2, 3... So that bit, it sounds like it's all over the joint, and it is, but it's simple as well. It's simple and complex. So it's a 3-note pattern. If we're in G minor, F, G, B flat, well, that's that straight out of your blues scale, your pentatonic minor scale. Very simple. And it's just a 16th note followed by 2 8th notes. So da, da, da. Now, that's not an uncommon phrase, but if you repeat that phrase straight away, go into another 16th note, then you've got 5 16th notes, because you've got a 16th, an 8th note, and an 8th note. So that's 5. So it's exactly the same pattern, moved up a tone each time, or 2 frets. It's like 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 1 2 3 1. That's how I think of the pattern. The last bit is like a couple of groups of 3. So 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. And that last one is right on the 1 again. Incredible. So that obviously modulates through all those keys along the way. So our ear is going, where are we? What's going on? I can't pin down the rhythm and I can't pin down the key. It's just alarming. Woo! It's awesome. The psychedelic breakdown section mentioned earlier also features some extraordinary modulations, because the whole song has been based around G minor or B flat major up to this point. But then when that part comes in, the first vocal phrase descends a G mixolydian, which is a C major scale but played from a G note, over a G13 chord. But then that G13 chord moves up to a chromatically up to a B flat 13 chord before that vocal phrase is quite finished at the end of that phrase. The second phrase over that chord is an E flat major. Then it moves up chromatically again to a D flat 13 chord, and we've got a D flat mixolydian run, not the whole scale this time. Before acting all sweet and diatonic over in G flat major for a few moments. Then the last bit of complexity I'll mention here is the outro progression. In fact, that's probably the one thing that called me back to the song most of all. I don't know why, but let's talk about it. Reason number 6, that outro. The outro is a 5-bar cycle. Weird. And it's mostly dominant chords. So, to not go into theory too much, but usually there's one dominant chord per key. So if we're in the key of C, G is our dominant chord. It can be a G7, a G11, G13, which brings us back home to the C. In this song, it starts with a G minor 11, then we go to a B flat 13, which is a dominant chord. Then we go to a C9, which is a dominant chord in a different key. Then we go to like an E flat major 7, E flat over F, which is like an F11, another dominant chord, different key, which brings us back to the first chord, the G11 or G minor 11. I'm not playing a third in it on the guitar, but the whole song's got that tonality. I just love the sound of that progression. And Jack just keeps singing the same 3-note melody over the whole thing. Everything else will work itself out. Everything else will work itself out. Everything else will work itself out. Anyway, it sounds to me like the bass starts playing ninths over it. There's a couple of really cool bass parts going on in that, and the song just really escalates for me. And the 5-bar cycle, the complex chords modulating through many keys, the bass is starting to really move. It sounds like it's going to head into some sort of wild free jazz meltdown. I'd love to hear someone like Snarky Puppy cover this song and just go nuts at the end for like 20 minutes. Anyway, amazing. I've sniffed around a few of Jack's other clips here on YouTube, and it appears I'm quite late to the JG party. This man is phenomenal. He's a phenomenal all-rounder. His live shows look like they're just beyond, and I can't wait to dig a little deeper. Give me a like, kids. Thumb one in for me. And if you want to subscribe, ring the bell. See you next week.